Shalom, shalom, shalom. All praises to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushai, Ba'ashem, Rekakadash. Double honors goes to the elders and apostles of GMS. Salutations to the hopeful elect. This is a Rababiah coming at you from the Chicago camp with a quick lesson. I titled this lesson that we may have restrictions coming. In this video it talks about some of the things that are happening right now behind the scenes. They're not telling the public about what's to come. So before I play this video, I want to start off with a quick scripture. I want to go to Revelations. Salakia. Set this up. Give me 1 second. Salakia. Okay. I want to go to Revelations chapter 12, verse 12. It says, therefore rejoice, ye heavens, and ye that dwell in them. Woe unto the inhabitants of the earth and of the sea, for the devil come down unto you, having great wrath, because he knoweth that he have but a short time. So these restrictions and a lot of this stuff that we're seeing now is just, it's a prelude of what's to come, Ultimately, the Lord Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai is coming back to destroy this place. But before, we go through this, the destruction of this place, is going to be some mourning because the wicked are in control. So what's going to happen is we're going to have to go through some things, I got one more scripture since we're talking about the mourning. One more, and then I'll play this. I want to go to Proverbs chapter 29, verse 1. It says, he that being often reproved harden his neck, and shall suddenly be destroyed, and without that remedy. It says, verse 2, it says, when the righteous are in authority, the people rejoice. But when the wicked bear rule, the people mourn. So there's been a big mourning, in America, aka Babylon, because of the prices of food and the price to live here, because the economy is suffering, because the wicked are in rule of the earth, So there's a great mourning, and this is, the Bible is the realest book, and it's showing you that the wicked are in control right now. So anyway, let me play this video real quick. Check this out.
Well, this is concerning and should put everybody on alert because the U.S. Postal Service has not issued a letter like this since COVID. So the letter basically says that all Postal Service employees should carry their essentials letter and their ID to bypass any travel restrictions. So what's coming? Here's the letter. Take a look.
Wow, look at that. Let's put it where you can see it. You can pause and look at it, but
well, this is concerning and should put everybody on.
Now, that's the end of the video. It was a quick video, but I hope the point is being made that if you talk to any of the people, even the president, he'll get up on TV and tell you how great the economy is running and how things are happening, but they're sending letters like that out to the people behind the scenes. Everything that's done in this society is to mislead, or is to lie to you, or it's half the truth, or a fragment of the truth, or it's always something that's wicked. I want to go to Job chapter 13, verse 4. It says, but ye are forger of lies, ye are all physicians of no value. So these people, they'll lie to you in a minute. They'll tell you anything to complete their agenda, or to get across what they're trying to do. Their time here is growing short. They know that they're losing grip on the society, and the people are turning against them. Even their allies are turning against them. When I talk about them, I'm talking about America, Babylon the Great. Everyone's turning against because they're finding out, the truth on who they're dealing with. So now they're going through these different efforts and these different things to keep their grip on the people, and they're in the process of them doing that, they're just misleading everyone. I want to go to Job chapter 14, verse 5. It says, who can bring a clean thing out of an unclean? Not one. Seeing that his days are determined, the number of months are with thee. Thou hast appointed a bounds that he cannot pass. So there is a part, and this government knows it, Esau knows that he's getting to a point that he can't go any further, meaning that the Lord's going to destroy him. So his economy is going to fall. So before it does fall, before things start happening, he's trying to cover it up so he can stay in power, so he can look like he's in control, because this man is a prideful man. Let's get that. Let's go to Obadiah. Let's go to chapter 1, verse 2. It says, behold, I have made thee small among the heathen, but thou wast greatly despised. Now, this is the truth, because if you look at the news right now, every kingdom, most people, most countries are against, America. Verse 3, it says, the pride of thy heart deceived thee. So it's telling you that he's got a prideful heart. When it talks about the heart, it's talking about the mind. So he has a prideful mind, and you can tell by the way he do things. He just went over there and he arrested a president of a country. Against all laws, he just went, arrested him, and brought him back to America. It's no laws or anything against that. Now, the other countries are upset because he made a deal and then broke it. So let's go back to verse 3. Obadiah chapter 1, verse 3. It says, the pride of thy heart deceived thee, thou that dwelleth in the clefts of the rock, whose habitation is high. And thus is said in his heart, who shall bring me down to the ground? So we might say, well, this is not talking about Esau. Listen to verse 4. It says, though thou exalt thyself as the eagle. What country exalts itself as the eagle? What's the symbol of America? It says, though thou set thy nest among the stars. You have space travel, going to the moon and stuff. It says, thence will I bring thee down to the ground, saith Yahweh. If thieves came to thee, if robbers by night, how art thou cut off? Would I have stolen until I had enough? If grape grabbers came to thee, would I have left some grapes? This man's spirit is to steal, and to take control, because his ultimate goal is to be like the Most High and to be in power. He want to stay in power as long as he can. So he'll go to great lengths and efforts to stay in power, and that's what this is all about. He's going to lie. He's going to steal. He's going to manipulate to stay in power. I want to give all praises and honor to Yahweh, Bahashim, Yahushai, Bahashim, Rekakadash. Double honors goes to the elders and apostles of GMS. Salutations to the hopeful life. Shalom. Till next time, Lord willing. Shalom.